The Scene projects are supported by the following: J. Rick Music on 41st Street in Sioux Falls, Dirty Dog Productions, serving artists in the Black Hills and beyond. The Courtyard by Marriott in Sioux Falls, where the scene stays. The Den at 909 West Avenue in Sioux Falls, home of the Songwriter Showcase. This program is supported in part by the Midwest Country Music Organization. We want to thank all of our members for their continued support, and we look forward to having you on the show. We would also like to thank our partners at Sunny Radio and SiouxFallsPodcast.com. Sunny Radio, FM 93.3 in Sioux Falls. Every episode of The Scene is brought to you by DBS Entertainment, connecting the Midwest through music. Well, hello and welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. We are here for the Songwriter Showcase at the Den here in Sioux Falls. And with us today is Tyler Joe. Tyler, why don't you say hi to the people?
How's it going, everybody?
It's going well. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me here. I'm really excited to be here.
Well, it's been a long time coming. I mean, we've been friends on Facebook now for about 9 months, I think.
It's been a little bit there.
It has been a little bit. We've both been really busy this year. We've been trying to make this happen. And before we talk about what we've been up to, why don't you tell us all here and for our listeners at home, who is Tyler Joe?
I'm a pretty simple guy. I grew up in a family that appreciated music, and it grew on me and it stuck with me. I learned it from a young age through some of my family. And I don't know how the messenger in me got out, but for some reason I want to be someone that has something to say and make people's lives for the better, because this is something I've taken from my own life, and I want to do that for my friends and for people that I don't know that might be struggling or going through something I can relate to. And music's a really cool tool for that. For the last couple of years, I've been doing nothing but covers. So I go everywhere and I play like 3-4 hour gigs that are just cover songs, not anything that I've ever written. So to be here and getting to share some of the things that I've written myself is really important to me and really special. So I'm just excited to get to do that for a change.
Good. Well, it's important to us too, Tyler. I'm a big fan of original music of all kinds. I'm a songwriter myself. I appreciate the songwriter that's inside of you and inside of all of us, I think. I think we all have a song and a story to tell. And maybe not everyone is able to tell that story. And I think that's where the songwriters come in, is that we are the ones that can tell those stories. And to be able to tell them, you have to go meet these people. And I think you have to get out and play those shows. And I know that, I do the same thing. I play a lot of covers in my shows, and that's what we do to pay the bills. But it's always so great to be able to share the original music and share a little piece of your heart with other people's heart. And that's kind of what I say, from my heart to yours, in a direct line through these words.
Exactly. That's musical. Music is just the vehicle that allows that connection to be made like that in the right atmosphere.
Totally. And I feel like, the musical explosion of the 60s and 70s, in that whole youth movement and that era of human history, right? There was this explosion, and we didn't really even know what the music business was then. And now that we're so far down the road that we've seen the music business for what it is, right? Mm-hmm. And now we're really getting back to people digging into telling the stories, right? I think there's more storytellers now than there ever has been. And it's a really cool time to be an independent songwriter because of all the resources that we have. You have a massive following on Facebook. I think almost 10,000 followers there. I mean, I don't even know 10,000 people. So,
Right.
speak to, it's not by accident that you gain this following. I've watched you work this and do all the things. Can you kind of take us through the mindset that it takes to be so diligent to grow that following?
Well, the biggest reason for any of that starts with this man on my right. I don't think without him I'd be doing this. I've been through a lot of ups and downs in my life, and he's been someone that's coached me through all of the different transitions that it takes to be capable to do these things, because he is a very accomplished youth ministry leader in some of the churches around Sioux Falls. So he has brought me up alongside of him, and I don't think I would know anything without him. So that was my whole journey, just going through all the hard
Tyler,
talks and stuff.
does he have a name?
Christian Krogh.
There we go.
Christian Krogh.
Well, give it up for Christian.
Give it up for that guy.
Man. Thank you, Christian, for helping to make this night possible. And I love hearing the emotion in your voice, and that's what we are, right? We're emotional beings, and I think that by being more vulnerable with ourselves and allowing ourselves to write these songs about our experiences, right? That it allows other people to kind of be more vulnerable too, and to get in touch with who they are at the heart of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, how fun, man. So
Thank you.
that brings us to now. So what have you been up to this summer?
I have been playing nonstop music.
Yes, you have.
And going around all over and making new friends and learning new things about the music industry and making more connections. Tasha right here is someone I work with now that I wouldn't have met if it weren't for music. That's mostly what I've been doing. Other than that, I just do some carpentry work. That's really nothing special during the week, like everybody else.
Yeah, that's all right. Not everybody else. I don't have a day job.
Well, We're working towards that. We're
Buddy,
getting there.
you know what? Eventually, you just have to jump in, right? And I think that you're getting real close to that point, and that's why I've been real adamant about dragging you with me on the road next week and giving you a taste of it, man. There's plenty of shows out there, and just knowing the drive that you have to have gotten this far, you have what it takes, and eventually you lean into it with everything you got, and that's the only way to make it in this business. And I think you're right on the cusp
it's all
of
grit,
that, man.
It's all heart.
Oh yeah, that's all true grit, man. And that's what it takes, man, because it's the Wild West out here. You're doing it. We're the last true troubadours, man.
Yep.
And getting out here and traveling across the western states and throughout the Midwest. All of my friends are doing the same thing I'm doing, right? I look around at every single one of my friends right now and everyone that I'm choosing to associate with, and we're all out here doing the same thing. It's just so cool, man.
It's a community. It's a family that's being built.
That's right.
That's the coolest part about all
and
that.
that's really the essence of the Scene projects, just as a whole, right? We kind of changed the name in the Scene, and it was a podcast and those things, right? And it still is, but the projects label gives us a much larger breadth to work under, right? That means festivals and more fun stuff to do and tours and taking this whole show on the road. I mean, that's really my goal. We talked a little bit in the parking lot about, hey, man, let's get in the bourbon and go, buddy. I got the trailer loaded up. Let's just go make it happen, and we'll keep finding the gigs. We got a great support system. Obviously, you pointed out Tasha here. I got a great team of people behind me, my wife Danielle included, who most people who listen to the show are familiar with. And then it just keeps growing. Our friends Dirty Dog Productions out in the Black Hills are doing a ton of stuff with video and blogging and just driving content, talking about Tyler and talking about all these other wonderful songwriters that we have, including our guest for next week, Miss Alexis Lorene. Who
there we go. Another wonderful musician.
You got to play a pretty cool show with this summer, didn't you?
Yes, sure did. We got to play the Levitt, and we got to open for quite a band, War and Treaty. They're a Grammy-winning artist.
Phenomenal, dude.
So we got to open in front of a giant lawn full of, I don't even know how many people. It was amazing.
Several thousand for sure, buddy. We also got to play. My band got to open up for Armchair Boogie, who's in a fellow Midwesterner band.
Yeah, I did see you guys also got to have your fun up there as well.
Man, it's a great
awesome
opportunity. And here at the Scene, we appreciate the Levitt so much for what that organization does for local musicians in this area. I would probably never touch a stage that big if not for them. And now that I've been there, right, like once you unlock that, you're like, oh yeah, I want to do this all the time.
Want to go back?
Yeah, I want back. And I've been very fortunate. The last 3 years in a row, we've been asked to come back and to open for other bands. And I caught Jake Perron, who's the booker that kind of takes care of all the local people today, and was like, Jake, man, I appreciate it, but we want the headline spot, or I think we'd like to relinquish our opening spot to someone else. Like, we've done it 3 years in a row now. We don't really have anything left to prove. We enjoy being able to do it, but also we're kind of keeping other bands away from this opportunity, right? We could be keeping Tyler Joe from getting to go do this on his own merits and not appearing with his friend on it. So we're to that point now where Starts and Ends have established themselves. I've established myself here in the Scene in Sioux Falls. I don't want to sit here and block y'all. I'll go out of town and go open some more doors, right? I'll go hit Minneapolis and Omaha and Wyoming and Colorado. I'll go explore. I love exploring.
Well, I found that's the only way that we all have success in this industry is if we don't fight each other, we don't compete for spots, we work together to do this.
Right. And I think what happened in the last 20 years, I've been in the scene for a long time, Tyler. I've been playing music, professionally since I was 16 years old, right? I've been getting paid to do this. The last, 20, I've been heavily involved in the South Dakota music scene in one way or another. Mostly on the west side of the state in the Black Hills where I grew up in Deadwood. But since moving out here 4 years ago, I realized that there's 3 bands at the top of the list in Sioux Falls, and then there's just everybody else, and it's very similar to the way things are kind of out in the hills. There's a few at the top that have been doing all the big shows for years, and there's no one kind of propping up these mid-level artists, which I would consider us.
Right.
We're not new. Right?
Right.
We've been around doing this for a long time, and it's just about starting to get those shots and carving them out for ourselves. So.
Knocking down doors, shaking hands.
That's right, buddy. That's what we do, and I've always been a gentleman, so I hold the door open before I'll even go in. So I want everybody to go in. Everybody get into the party,
so
man.
It makes
I'm gonna
it
make
nice
it.
when your circle is like, the same things you believe in. You surround yourself by the same type of people. I think what you're building is that, and I'm excited to see what it transpires into.
Right, and it would be very easy for me to. So we kind of landed and started about the same time that Funkafried started, and I immediately reached out to Chris Garcia and was like, "Man, you guys are on fire." I could have easily sat back and been like, "Oh my God, these guys are so good. They're gonna take all the good gigs from me, and they're an enemy, right?" And I just that thought doesn't even enter my mind. I'm like, man, these guys are awesome. I'm setting them up in opportunities and putting them in the almost better spots, right, than my band, because honestly, they're better than I am. They got a great sound. They're just good musicians. They're a better musician than I am. What I do is very different. What I do is connect with people. I call it sing-alongs and dancing songs, right?
Yep.
I'm up here to kind of do what you do. I'm not the greatest singer. I'm not the greatest guitar player, but I can put on a show. And I'm a performer, and that's really what this whole thing is about. It's about connecting with people and making sure they have a good time. And you can do that with any song, right? But how fun to do it with your own. So why don't we use that as our transition to your first song that you're going to share with us tonight? What's the name of our first song tonight?
Part-Time Lovers is the name of the first song.
Okay, I'm already liking the theme here. Why don't you give it to us, Tyler?
You want us to go ahead and just play it? All right.
Give her hell.
I knew the moment we locked eyes, we would meet two hearts entwined. Through the still of the night, your lips found mine. Yeah, we danced under the moonlight, lost in desire. But deep down inside, I don't know why, I knew this would expire. You held me close, then pushed me away. And now that I know, is that I wanted to say, I don't want to be part-time lovers, caught in between everything that is and everything that could be. Part-time lovers, two sparks in the sky. We had a flame that burned so bright, but your love was part-time. I can feel it, I see it in your eyes. You're asking yourself why. As you walk out the door, I won't beg you to stay. 'Cause of my foolish pride, watch your taillights in the moonlight fade into the night sky. Trying to convince myself that it's alright. You held me close, then pushed me away. And now that I know, is that I wanted to say, I don't want to be part-time lovers, caught in between everything that is and everything that could be. Part-time lovers, two sparks in the sky, had a flame that burned so bright, but your love was part-time. Yeah, your love was part-time. Keep your head the best of intentions. Keep your head above your chest. Can't you see that I confess? You know that I need you. Part-time lovers caught in between everything that is and everything that could be. Part-time lovers, just sparks in the sky. Had a flame that burned so bright. Yeah, your love was part-time. Yeah, your love was part-time. That's one I wrote.
Yeah, buddy. I love it,
I don't get to share those too much. That's awesome.
Dude,
Thank you, guys.
That's a great song, man. You need to play that every time you play.
I've been trying to slowly do a couple of the, I change them up, but I do like one at all of my shows now to try to get used to it because I've never gone out and shared a lot of these like that.
Dude, that's a great song, Tyler.
Thank you.
You should be proud
Thank
of that,
you, guys.
man. No, it's cool. It's got like it's got a new country vibe, but it reminded me early on of like Goo Goo Dolls and that alternative stuff from the 90s for sure.
So I got a few I'm sharing with you guys tonight, and most of this stuff, I think other than a couple, you'll be able to find on Spotify and iTunes and Pandora and all that, whatever.
Awesome. How do you release it on Spotify?
I go through DistroKid. I did for this one, this latest one, and these last four were, so I know that I do a lot of the country rock thing now, and that's like what I was built for. All these things that I love about music. It's the most fun genre to play for me. But I grew up loving pop punk, and that was what got me started with music. So when I wrote these songs, it was almost like just like saying goodbye to it for myself, allowing myself to write some truly fun ones in the genre that I grew up and loved, to be able to just say goodbye to that and move on and kind of change up the sound and work towards a new like thing, I guess, a more grown-up thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So
cool.
yeah, I wrote these a few years ago, and that was basically the transition before the whole Facebook kick, the whole gig thing, everything started. This was what kind of I worked at behind the curtains before I did anything else that everyone saw. So.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, good start. Good start. Part-Time Lovers. I'm a big fan of that one, and if you ever see me at your show, I'm going to request it. So.
Awesome.
That's my favorite song now.
Awesome.
So, what else you got for us?
Oh, I got a few here for you. Let's see here.
Let's get into another one.
All right. Got another one here called We Will Rise.
Okay.
All right. All right. Ready? I was lost in the dark. I had nowhere to turn to. My next stop was in the ground. Yeah, about 6 feet would do. 'Cause without you, I was broken and bitter. And before you, I couldn't see the bigger picture. We will rise from the ashes of our failures. Turn them into monuments so that we would not forget the times we tried. 'Cause it matters if you make it, as long as you can face it. Victory's in the air. All my life I've been searching for reason, out in the wild, wandering throughout every season. Now I'm a boulder and you can't shake me because of what you have gave me. We will rise from the ashes of our failures. Turn them into monuments so that we cannot forget the times we tried. 'Cause it matters if you make it, as long as you can face it. Victory's in the air. There's freedom in forgiveness. Let the chains that you put there fall. Count your blessings, not your burdens. Never be afraid to give it your all. But we will rise from the ashes of our failures, turn them into monuments, so that we cannot forget the times we tried. 'Cause it matters if you make it, as long as you can face it. Victory's in the air. Woo! Thanks, guys. Thank you,
Tyler, that's another really good song, man. Those are great songs, dude. I really love the message
man.
in that one.
It's one of my favorite ones.
As someone who has fallen on their
word-wise.
face repeatedly.
Been there about 100 million more times than I wish to count, I think.
Hey,
it's a daily thing.
Boy, keep
sometimes,
rising.
But we
And that's
keep
what's
fighting
important.
back.
It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get your ass back up.
Sure
buddy.
is.
And we just keep getting them up. Too stupid to know better. That's what I say.
I like that.
Man, great stuff. You need to be playing these, man. You need to be playing these out when you play live shows every single time, and I think you need to take away
We're definitely growing to
from
doing
this.
that.
Yeah, well, from this, I want you to grow, and we want everyone, because we hear the same story. Oh, well, I play all these bar gigs, and I never played my original music, and it's like, no, you were built and made to share your original music. You need to do that, and if this show can be the catalyst to give you the confidence to go out and share your
Pretty
music,
great start.
goddamn, then we are
Thanks
doing
to all
something.
of you guys. So
Right,
yeah, I don't think I'm
hey,
slowing
man,
down after
no,
this.
You wrote the songs.
I appreciate
dude.
all of you.
You deserve it. They're good songs. I've listened to a lot of music. I'm not blowing smoke.
I
man.
do know that you are heavily involved, so I take your word for its full value.
well-
Trust me, it means a lot to come from you.
Thank you for that, and I want other people to recognize that too. And it's something that I need to recognize. I need to recognize that people come to us as an authority on music already. There's a reason people are calling us when they
That was
need a
the
band or when they need
wildest thing
something.
about Facebook so fast was how fast it just like people started coming to me with all these different questions, and I'm like, I'm just a nobody.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
what is going on?
The thing is that the
Like,
world is
I-
full of so many lazy, unmotivated people that when you're
Right.
out doing something, they assume you got some
Right.
secret sauce, right? And it's like, no, I just wake up and go to work every day.
Right. But
then
then it
I
gives you more
learn.
problems to fix, more things to learn, and the vehicle just keeps rolling down the hill.
Thank you, Tyler. That's exactly how it works, man. I follow some really smart people online, and that's what they always preach, man. It's like, it's not easy. There is no easy way to life. There's no easy
No.
way to any of this stuff, and especially this life.
Just make
This
it
life
like
isn't
learning a
easy.
new language. If you're going to do it, just dive in.
Yep.
There's nothing else to say.
Yeah. If you're going to speak Spanish, move to Mexico for a year like I did.
That's all in, I'd say.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, I cannonball. I don't dip my toes in. We do it right. Well, I'm already super impressed, as I'm sure everyone else here is. Some of you, have you guys heard Tyler before, or do we have a lot of Tyler Joe fans in the crowd tonight?
Awesome.
All right. Oh,
Heck
there's
yeah,
a whole
my
bunch of
family's
them.
here tonight representing.
I love how
Thank
the
you
only
guys for
person
being
who
here
didn't
for this.
clap. The only person who didn't clap during that time was the girl who you introduced as your girlfriend. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, because
Oh,
she's too cool for me. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm glad you pointed her out. She's been giving me crap all day. Boy, I almost said the wrong word there.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing, man. And I'm so appreciative of you guys being here for the show and coming to support Tyler and coming to support us, coming to support the Scene projects and everything that we're building here. This is the first time we've been at the Den, and this is by far the biggest crowd that I've ever had for one of these events. So thanks to you guys for showing up for Tyler and
This
showing
is what
up
it
for
takes
us.
to get these things going, too.
We appreciate it.
I'm a big guy. How do you fit in the door?
Yeah, how do I fit in? I don't know. Yeah. Tyler, you got some great people around you, man, and I think it's just the start of something really
I thank
beautiful.
God every day for that, man.
Hey,
I
buddy,
really
yeah,
do.
yeah, we do too, for sure. All right, you got some more songs for us?
Oh, you know it.
Awesome. What's next?
Let's do, so this one is going to be more along the lines of, with the things that I'm doing currently. I made this one, I think, this summer with a couple of buddies of mine, and it's just kind of an homage to growing up with less than good ideals, less than good people, and learning how to patch all those things into better things. It's kind of like an homage to how I grew up for a part of my life when I was a child.
Okay.
So I don't know. This one just came out with a friend one day, and I was like, it's beautiful, man. So
dig it.
I love this one.
That's how the best ones work, buddy. Play it for us.
Them tracks out back that take you back to where you wanna be. But I know if you'd stayed just a minute, then you'd see. Well, there's Grandma Dorothy's kitchen. It always has an invitation. And my backyard was where I learned that a ball can lead a nation. There were some hard times and hard lessons learned. Like you can't fix every mistake, but the memories, they stay. I grew up next to broken things. The houses move, but the tires don't swing. And I'll tell you, after all I've seen, the grass that's on both sides ain't clean. None of this means anything without the ones that are on your team. So I'd say life's been good to me, growing up with broken things. Yeah, out on my front lawn, that's where my character was drawn. And I've watched a lot of people I love try to teach me right from wrong. I'm so tired of broken wings, I'm getting used to losing everything. But I'll do the best with what I got left, if that means anything. We had some hard times and hard lessons learned. Like you just don't get it back when it's already been burned. I grew up next to broken things. The houses move, but the tires don't swing. And I'll tell you, after all I've seen, the grass that's on both sides ain't clean. None of this means anything without the ones that are on your team. So I'd say life's been good to me, growing up with broken things. Grew up next to broken things. The houses move, but the tires don't swing. And I'll tell you, after all I've seen, the grass that's on both sides ain't clean. None of this means anything without the ones that are on your team. So I'd say life's been good to me, growing up with broken things. Whoa, broken things. Thank you guys so much.
Who's the drummer?
His name is Christian Krogh.
Well, you, sir, are a fucking psychotic bastard. I appreciate it.
So, a cool story here, real quick. I'll just interject. This man and me set out a long, long time ago at the exact same time to play music. I got a guitar, he got a drum set on the very same Christmas. What were we in, 6th grade? 7th, for sure, 7th grade. Like right when I got here. And we have played music together every day. We did like for the first, I don't know how many years after that, 5 or at least, every day. We played music together in his garage. Him on drums, me on guitar. So this is like breathing to us.
Yeah.
To be able to play together.
Well, and you both are in your element when you're up there playing together too. And I should have put a mic on Christian so that he could get a few words in here
Right,
too.
I
But
know.
I've watched him back there just kind of in your songs, and he's playing them perfectly. Right? It's there's a connection you guys have for sure.
Oh, for sure.
And that's awesome, Christian, that you guys share that and that you keep this guy moving forward. And I can tell that you not only love him obviously as a person, but you love the music that he's making too, right? And for me, as a songwriter myself, I've always found it so cool when other guys just dig into your music, right, and want to make it better. And it's a really cool thing you're doing, Christian. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Well, and I find
That's
I
called
ain't got
That's
friends,
right,
I got
baby.
family. That's like ringing true every day, man.
Well, and I always find it's easier to write together than it is to write individually.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, he's had a lot of input on a lot of these songs, whether you know it or not. Like whether it's a feeling or he puts a line in or he wrote part of an idea for it. He's always there to back you up and to be there for you. So I do owe him a lot of credit to a lot of these as well.
Awesome.
It's very been a co-effort. I say this with music. I like to make it a co-effort or a friend effort, a group effort, instead of just doing it myself. Now I've learned the true value of music is even creating something together.
Collaboration.
Yes.
Right. It's all about it. And my summer's been cool because I've literally been playing with different guys at every show, right? So
Right,
I'm
which
playing a
is
very basic set
awesome.
list, which probably isn't far off of what you're doing. And it's like, man, how do you keep that fresh playing, 50, 60 shows over the summer? And it's like, well, I'll just play it with new guys and everybody's going to play it differently. And we're going to have different things where we overlap because the list isn't the whole list, right? It's just like, this is the very middle of the road that I can stick to in songs that everybody knows. And then it's like, oh, well, what did you grow up playing? Oh, you grew up playing a bunch of like alternative rock. Okay, well, cool. I got a bunch of Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains and stuff that I can bust out that I don't know. I don't play with every other group of guys, right? I did Enter Sandman on stage 2 weeks ago. I've never played it in my life.
It's wild what happens when you're out there and you're living and you're meeting new people and you're
And then I
sharing
jumped on the
new
drums and
experiences,
played a
even
song.
music. Yeah, you
It
don't
was
never know
crazy.
what you're going to be doing.
I want to hear your favorite song that you wrote.
That would probably be the one I just played, I think is my favorite one out of all of them.
Well, then you heard it here first.
That is my number one favorite so far, but we're working on some
Play
more.
us your second favorite one.
I probably already played that one too. I don't know. We'll pick another one here.
Yeah. Well, you got.
This is a great one to share. Yeah.
Oh boy, gotta love doing this in a bar, huh? Yay.
Hey, this is where this was all born and raised for me, so this is full circle, baby. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. There's something I should tell you. There's things I never had. Whoa. But I like the way that you're living. Would it be a lot to ask if you would hold my hand? 'Cause I've been waiting on a miracle. The big man never shows his hand. But I've been praying hard and waiting patiently for a life I've never had. I think you're pretty rad. Tonight I'm gonna tell you everything. This weight is just too heavy. So here's the things I lack. And if I told you that I loved you, would you scream it back? 'Cause I don't wanna keep going on without you. The way she grabbed my waist says that I don't have to. Smile on her face puts me in my place. I'm lying on the floor trying hard to wait. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Sometimes I think that if I never took a chance, wouldn't be the person that I am when I'm beside you. I'd be a lost and broken man. You took me by the hand. Tonight I'm gonna tell you everything. This weight is just too heavy. Here's the things I lack. And if I told you that I loved you, would you scream it back? 'Cause I don't wanna keep going on without you. The way she grabbed my waist says that I don't have to. The smile on her face puts me in my place. I'm lying on the floor trying hard to wait. And I'll spend every single day doing anything to hear you say that you're happy and you're healthy and okay. 'Cause we both seen the other side. It isn't always black and white. That's why I thank God that you saved me. Tonight I'm gonna tell you everything. This weight is just too heavy. So here's the things I lack. And if I told you that I loved you, would you scream it back? 'Cause I don't wanna keep going on without you. The way she grabbed my waist says that I don't have to. The smile on her face puts me in my place. I'm lying on the floor trying hard to wait. There we go. Thank you guys so much.
I dig it. I like all these songs, man.
So that one was very much
Felix-
based on a Reliant K feeling because we were Reliant K fans. I've got the sunflower on my arm from
Yeah?
one of their first albums. Yep.
Cool. I don't know who that is, but that's
You look them
awesome.
up. That's how they sound.
Yeah, they sound great then. I like it. No, it's a throwback. I never really got into the pop punk scene. I'm 38, so it was
Yeah.
hitting right when I
Oh
was
yeah,
in
you were
school
just
and all
ahead of
those-
it. I was right on the nose.
Guys that I knew that listen to that stuff, I really wasn't. I mean, they were like on my baseball team and stuff, and I was just like, dude, that just not vibe with me. And what I think it is that it's out of my range. Most of it's kind of that whiny, high register stuff, and I
Right,
don't have that
right.
voice, right? So
I was a very whiny teenager, and I was a tenor and choir, and I was nasally, so
yeah,
I fit right in.
It works for you. See, and I've been playing music professionally since that time, right? Like I was only
right.
playing and learning the songs that I was playing out live. So it's kind of dominated my life.
Right, and I'm
honestly.
finding out that it does take up a lot of your time. And people ask you, "Have you heard this song? You should learn this song." You're like, "Oh my God, there's just
No.
so many things going on."
Yeah.
it gets hard.
No, I'm
sometimes.
too busy playing other
You're too
songs.
Too busy.
Yeah, just living life. I'm not and that's why this show for all of you and listening at home and here, like that's why this show is so important to me because I get introduced to new music.
Right, and I finally get
And
to
I
play
hope-
some of mine.
And I hope that's why people start to dig into the show, listening on the podcast versions, right? So this will come
Yeah.
out next week, probably on Wednesday. I think that's going to be our release schedule. So you get to kind of enjoy last week's show and then come to the current show on that week. We're going to have a different songwriter every single Thursday right here at the Den at the same time, and really making a routine out of it so that people know this is where you come to find unique new artists that are working in our area that
Exactly.
you can fall in love with.
And Sioux Falls doesn't have enough of that, of hubs like that, where people can come in, connect like that, or see a songwriter
Right.
where they know that that's the place to see the good songwriters in town or to meet. Any of that. We don't have something like that.
Till
so
now.
what you're doing
Till now.
is
We didn't have that.
wonderful.
Right. And we didn't have that until right now. And we have to give a big shout out to the Den and to Randy and to Todd, the owner,
for sure.
and to Kelly behind the bar for not throwing stuff at us when we're up here talking and not playing music, right? Like it's a different thing that we're doing. This idea isn't something that's out there in the world being done by a bunch of other people. This is very fresh. This
Right.
is very new to what we're doing. Yes, people have podcasts. Yes, people play music and record it, but nobody's packaging it together like this right now. So we are very unique. I love what we're doing. I love that we're getting original music out there every single week. We're getting 5 or 6 original
Right.
songs that some of these have never seen the light of day out there into the world. And maybe
so
it's not a
important.
professional studio recording of it. It's something, and it's getting it out there, and it's a spark to something much bigger. So I appreciate you coming and sharing your tunes with us. And I'm falling in love with them, dude.
Thank you, man. Just happy to be here doing it.
Yeah,
I
it's
appreciate
cool.
you offering the chance to come be a part of this and connect.
Yeah. Well, how many you got left? You got 2 more for us?
Yeah, I got 2 more I can do. Yep.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So what's the next one gonna be?
This one's called "You Would Be Dancing."
Okay, I would be. You know me so well.
This one I kind of wrote about some friends I've had over the years, some of the, like when you're in high school and all your female friends and your relationships, whatever, how a lot of them end up with someone that's not good for them. This is just kind of like a song, The Girls That Found the Wrong Guy kind of thing. I don't know, it just came out that way. What? You're starting to fight in the den already. It's a Thursday night, my guy. I'm just kidding. She thinks she knows everything. How to walk, how to talk, how to smile, how to laugh, and everything in between. He was a jealousy-hidden, pill-fed and anxiety-ridden narcissism with a pretty face. She found out too late. But I'm not gonna let you down, darling. If you could only see yourself, baby, you would be dancing. You would be dancing. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da. 30 years old feels like a lot of numbing to pay. But the bottle's getting sour, it's getting harder to shower when all your colors are turning gray. Thought you could change a broken man. You didn't realize you didn't stand a chance. I'm not gonna let you down, darling, this isn't how it's gonna be. If you could only see yourself, baby, you would be dancing. You would be dancing. Run for the money, run for the money, baby, run for the money. Come on and get your money, baby, run for the money, run for the money, baby, run for the money. Come on and get your money, baby, run for the money, run for the money, baby, run for the money. Come on and get your money, baby, run for the money, run for the money, baby, run for the money. Come on and get your money, baby. She'll never go through that again. She'll never go through that again. That's probably my hardest one to sing live. I did so much production on the recording, I think I put it in the wrong key, but I continue to sing it in the wrong key, but that's okay.
God, it's fun being a songwriter, right?
Oh,
Getting
yeah.
to produce all
Lots
your own
of trial
stuff
and error on every
yeah.
front.
Hey, buddy, that's life. That's life, and it's a perfect encapsulation of what it takes to get through life, man.
Yep.
Just keep going.
Go out there and do it,
Yep,
and then
just
keep
keep
getting
going.
better. Keep doing everything you can to make every day a little bit better.
That's right.
Find something to improve on.
That's right. Well, Tyler, we've come to the end of the show. It's
We
crazy
certainly
how
have.
fast
It
that happens.
flew
man.
by.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I'm
feel
telling you,
like
it's a
just-
little time warp, though.
Right?
You
I
know,
know.
we get to sit here, and for the most part, I put the phone away. You know, I got to snap a few pictures for the content.
Feels like we're back
and
in
for
the
gram,
90s.
And, it's great.
Phones
It's
down.
nice to see everyone here engaging with you and listening intently, and it's working, right?
Thank you all for being here and for
Yeah, give
and
it a hand for yourselves.
digging
one more
the
time.
music
Thanks for coming
and for
supporting.
helping me feel like I can have the confidence to go out there and keep doing this every day because I didn't start there by any means.
Good. Well, you should have confidence, and I hope that at the very least that's what this show does for future songwriters is that help you build that confidence and come out and
Definitely think it will help a lot of people
Good.
what you're doing.
I hope so, man. I hope that you sharing your story, and having those experiences that it that it helps other people, right? Us talking about these things and people feeling like they're not the only ones that it happened to is key. Yeah.
I got one more, man. I got one more for you.
There we go.
And then my time is up here. I have one more. It's called No Real Comfort. I wrote this with a friend in Sioux Falls as well this summer, so I'd like to go ahead and share that.
Awesome.
Your arms around me, your charm to disarm me. Now it's alarming when you don't say anything. What's the harm in one more night together? I guess we tried that, and we both know where this ends. Now there's no real comfort in your arms when I'm laying up here in the moon and the dark. There's no more trust here. You broke my heart. Now there's no real comfort in your arms. I've been fighting. Oh, hang on. See, don't get to ever play these, so I've been mixing up the words a little bit. That's just lack of being out there doing it. I got to do a little more. There we go. There we go. I've confided. I've decided that we've been trying, but the risk ain't worth the pain anymore. The shadows are growing, these doors are closing. Didn't mean to be nosy. What the hell am I standing here for? There's no real comfort in your arms when I'm laying up here with the moon and the stars. Now there's no more trust here. You broke my heart. Now there's no real comfort. Tell me how I found you. You walked with me through the rain. Then you broke my heart again. Now there's no real comfort in your arms when I'm laying up here with the moon and the dark. Now there's no real trust here. You broke my heart. Now there's no real comfort in your arms. In your arms.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, how are
go.
you not playing that at every show, dude? You got to be.
I've
playing
tried
all
that
these
one a
songs.
couple times. That one is I should have said that's my favorite one, but usually I haven't sang it that well. This was kind of a
That's
unicorn
good
on that one.
tune, man. That's a good tune. It's bluesy. It's a little country. Sounds like that new country stuff a little bit.
Yeah,
Your voice shines.
It's about where I'm
That's
falling
the-
into.
That's the only problem with your earlier stuff is that you don't let your voice shine. You're kind of like shying away from the
Right.
microphone, and all of it's written in this very kind of shy,
wrong-
close way. And
wrong
the new
thing.
stuff, your voice is starting to come out. Your personality's starting to come out, man. You got to dig into that, Tyler.
That's what we're
Watching
doing.
you
We're working
play
on that
today-
hard right now for that to
Hell
come
yeah,
up. We're
man.
putting a
You
lot.
gotta start digging into your original music and putting that
Yep.
stuff out there. And maybe it's only 4 songs you're playing a night. Give them one a set and make sure they know, hey, this is mine, and you
Yep.
need to go find this and listen to this shit.
Appreciate
because
that.
I got more songs coming, and you better know the words to this one the next time I come, right?
There we go. That's a good- there
well,
you
and
go.
that's the attitude you kind of got to take with this
Yeah.
music, right?
With this kind of stuff, especially.
The
way it
old
is
rock
now.
stars aren't writing anything new, right? Most of them
Right.
are dying, right? You know, we lost another. Bob Seger just passed away a few days ago, right? These American songwriters that we had that built the music industry to what it was are fading away, and we are the new wave, right? And
Right.
it's digging into that. It's telling the stories. It's doing exactly what you're doing, Tyler.
Well,
Now
and if we
pour
want to get
gas
music,
on it
if we
and
want to
let's
get music
go.
to a place where it's more
Real.
more real, more open door for everyone, away from what it's become. I think that's the true drive behind all this, is just to make this a world we all want to be participating in and be a part of, not something that brings you down and tells you you're not good enough.
That's right, and that's what we're doing, man.
Yep,
and
and
you
I
are
love
good
it.
enough.
I love it.
You
Thank
are
you,
good
man.
enough, dude. You did
Appreciate
great
that.
tonight. This set was awesome.
I
You
appreciate
guys,
all of you for
give a
coming
hand to
out. Thank
Tyler,
you,
Joe,
everybody. Come
Christian.
see me.
Thanks
It
for
meant a
jumping-
lot.
Jumping on the drums, man. That was cool. Your first drums on the Songwriter Showcase, so you got that going for you. Everyone, this is Tyler Joe. Make some noise for him. This was the Songwriter Showcase. We're so glad you could be here. We'll be right back here with Alexis Lorene next Thursday.
She is also wonderful,
Oh,
so you'll
yeah.
love her too.
Good deal. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening. Join the Scene Projects on all your social media channels and find us on Spotify. 3 episodes releasing weekly and more content on our Patreon channel. Patreon.com/The Scene Projects.